Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Harling. Today is Tuesday, June 2nd, 2020. Before I begin, I did put something on the Remind app this morning about going up to the school to get your personal belongings. Anything that you left in school in your desk, we packed it all up, we put it in a bag. Your parents can come up to the school, drive up, and a teacher will give you all of your personal belongings. I mean, a book bag you may have left, your crayons, your pencils, anything that you left in school that you want. We bagged them up, we took everything out of your desk, and we have them available for you to pick up today only. Please go up there. I think they're only going to be there till noon. So please go up and get what you want. If you want any of your school supplies so that you can keep for maybe next year or anything that you may have left at school. And if you have anything that you want to drop off, like a library book or something that belongs to the school because it's the school's property, you can bring that too. Okay, moving on. I am going back into the Go Math packet today. I am still in chapter 12. The whole packet is chapter 12. And the learning target that we were doing is I can use line segments and angles to make polygons. I am now, boys and girls, on page, let me just zoom out here, 712. That's the page I'm going to work on today. After this page is your homework. So let's take a look. On this page, it's all about problem solving. So we're going to read the problems and then find a way to solve them, knowing that we can use line segments and angles to help us make polygons. All right, number 14, it says, Jake said shapes A through E are all polygons. Does this statement make sense? Explain your answer. So over here on the right of your paper, A, B, C, D, and E, Jake is telling us they are all polygons. Does this statement make sense? What do you think? Think about what we've been learning about polygons. I started that yesterday. I gave you a poster on it. We did a couple pages in this packet about it yesterday. If you disagree, you are correct. They are not all polygons. Think for a minute. Why? Why are all of them, some of them are polygons, but why is it that all of them are not polygons? All right, if you came up with an idea, let's write this down. First, we're going to answer no because his statement does not make sense. Put a comma. I'll zoom in just a little bit so you guys can follow along. And we're going to write which one of those shapes is not considered a polygon, or is there more than one? Oh, I see the two that are not polygons. So we're going to say no. Shape B, which is the circle, is not a polygon because shape B has curved paths. We talked about that yesterday. And I'll put a comma here. And there's another shape. If you said shape D, you are correct. Why? Because it's not closed. So, and shape D is, let me zoom out here a little bit, not closed. Okay, so please copy. So, Jake's statement is not correct, so we said no, comma, shape B has curved paths, and shape D is not closed. You can see that on the right-hand side of your paper. All right, while you're copying, I'm going to read number 15. I am a closed shape made of 6 line segments. I have 2 angles less than a right angle and no right angles. What shape am I? Draw an example in the workspace. So here they give you a workspace where you can draw this. So I'm going to go over this again and underline some key information that's going to help us solve this. I am a closed shape. That's important. The shape is closed. I'm made of 6 line segments. I'll circle the number 6. I have 2 angles less than a right angle. What do we call that? Obtuse or acute? We call that acute. And then it says no right angles. So we don't have any right angles. What shape am I? Draw an example. Now this is kind of hard because we just started learning about different types of shapes. But this shape, you should know if it's 6 line segments. It's a hexagon. So we're going to draw a hexagon, and I'm going to draw it in a special way because you can draw hexagons in different ways as long as it's 6 sides. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so there's my hexagon. So now I can explain what they said here. We had 6 line segments, and then it said it had 2 angles less than a right angle. So 2 of the angles are acute. This is acute, and this is acute. Everybody see that? Let me zoom in here. You can see 2 acute angles. This one's not that great. Let me just make it again for you. That's acute, and that's acute. It also said no right angles. That's not a right angle. That's not a right angle. That's not a right angle. So what shape am I? You are a hexagon. And again, if you want to look at this angle, it's more wide open. This one's more wide open. This one is wide open. Those are all obtuse. So you don't see any right angles in there. So what we drew makes sense to what they said in question 15. This is a hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is line segment 6. So now I'm going to go back over to number 15, and I'm going to write my answer. Hexagon. Now again, pause the video if you think I'm going too fast, but I drew a hexagon in the workspace, and then I wrote the word hexagon on the line because that is the answer for number 15. Now, while you're doing that, I am going to go on to number 16. Well, let me just show you this one again, just in case you did not finish drawing. Okay, this is your hexagon. I kind of went in this way, in that way, in that way, and there's my hexagon, okay? Pause the video if you need to. I'd like to go on. So now I'm going to number 16. It says, is every closed shape a polygon? Use a drawing to help you explain your answer. So, is every closed shape a polygon? No, it is not. Again, if you saw my poster of polygons that I put up yesterday, you should know that because the shape that is not a polygon, and you should also know that from what we did on number 14 at the top, circle, letter B. That is not a polygon. Why? Because it has curved paths. So we know every closed shape is not a polygon. So what can we write here? We're going to say no, comma. Ooh, my writing is terrible. No, comma, not all closed shapes are polygons. A circle is closed with curved paths. This is similar to what we wrote at the top with number 14. So please copy. No, not all closed shapes are polygons. A circle is closed with curved paths. I'll give you a few seconds to copy, and then again, if you need to pause the video, you can, because in a few seconds, I am going to do number 17. Okay, it says make arguments. Ivan says that the shape at the right is an octagon. Do you agree or disagree? So now I'm going to go over and look at this shape, and let's zoom in a little bit. And he's saying that this shape is an octagon. Well, the only way to find out is first you have to know how many sides are on an octagon, and then you have to count the sides on this figure. So an octagon has 8 line segments on it, just like an octopus, okay? So let's see if it has 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Remember, we start and end at the same point, and there's 9, okay? So this is not an octagon. So our answer is going to be a no again, because it says, do you agree or disagree? So instead of saying no, we'll put I disagree. The shape has 9 sides. Okay, please copy. And then we'll also say octagons have, let's see if I can zoom out a little bit more, 8 sides. Okay, see if you can get all of that in, my friends. So again, we're saying, I disagree. The shape has 9 sides. Octagons have 8 sides. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see that. I'll give you a few seconds to copy, and then again, pause if you need to. Okay, I'm moving on to the bottom. So now I'm going to number 18. You can still copy while I'm reading number 17, but I'm going to 18. Think smarter. For numbers 18A through 18D, it says select true or false for each description of this shape. Well, just from looking at it, it does look closed. It is a two-dimensional, flat, plane shape. So let's see if we can answer these. All right, 18A, is it a polygon? Yeah, it's closed, and it has line segments. Those two things make it a polygon. 18B, is it open? No, so that's false. There's no open parts to this shape. Number 18C, is it a hexagon? Now, we just did a hexagon at the top when we did number 15. So a hexagon, and it says right up there, 6 line segments. So let's see if it has 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, it does. So notice this hexagon is a different picture than the one we did at the top for number 15, but that's okay. As long as they have 6 sides, they're both hexagons. So our answer here is true. And then number 18D, is it a pentagon? No, we just said that it's a hexagon, so it can't be both. A pentagon only has 5 sides. All right, so this is false. Okay, that is the end of lesson 12.3. The only thing left is the homework, which is practice homework, lesson 12.3. We are now on page 713. Again, Ms. Harlan will do a few with you. The rest you will do on your own for homework. So I am not going to do number 2. Number 1 they did for you. You just have to tell me if it's a polygon, right? Yes or no. Number 3 and 4 I'm not doing. You have to write the number of sides and the number of angles and then name the polygon. Number 5, let's see. All right, let's do 5. It says Mr. Murphy has an old coin that has 10 sides. If its shape is a polygon, how many angles does the old coin have? Well, obviously, if it has 10 sides, it has 10 angles because polygons have the same number of angles and sides. So if it has 10 sides, which it said right here, we know it also has 10 angles. All right, let's see number 6. All right, it says, Lynn says that an octagon has 6 sides. Chris says that it has 8 sides. Who's correct, boys and girls? Chris, who said it has 8, or Lynn, who said it had 6? We just went over an octagon on the other page. So if you said Chris, you are correct. Octagons are 8-sided figures. All right, now we always do number 7 together. This is the writing. It says, draw a pentagon. Explain how you knew the number of sides and angles to draw. So over here, Ms. Harling will draw a simple octagon. A simple pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Looks like a house. Now, how did I know? Because remember what I just said. In order for it to be a polygon, it has to have the same number of line segments and angles. It must have the same number of line segments or sides. You could say either one. It must have the same number of line segments and angles. Okay, so I'll give you a few seconds to copy. In order for it to be a pentagon, an octagon, a hexagon, any kind of shape that we've been talking about, you must have the same number of line segments or sides as you do angles. Important to remember. Okay, now I'm going to the back. Let's see, number 1, it says, what is the name of this polygon? Again, I've gone over this on a poster. If you don't remember, let's write quad. Now remember, the word quad means 4. This figure has 4 sides. Drilateral. I talked about that in my polygon poster that I posted on YouTube yesterday. I'm not going to do number 2. It says, how many sides does this polygon have? You have to count them. All right, this is review. It says, how many right angles does this shape have? I think you can figure that out based on the squares in each corner. Number 4, Erica has 8 necklaces. 1/4 of the necklaces are blue. Ooh. It says, how many necklaces are blue? Well, you basically could do 1/4 of 8. Now, if I'm going to do that, I'm basically dividing 8 by 4. So what is 8 divided by 4? 2. So 2 of the necklaces are blue. Because they want to know how many necklaces are blue. 2 of them. Again, I don't believe we really got to that in fractions before we left school, but 1/4 of 8 is 2. You're just dividing the whole number by the denominator. All right, number 5 I'm not going to do, and number 6 I'm not going to do. Okay, my friends, I'm almost to 20 minutes, so I want to stop. That was your homework, lesson 12.3, and I also did the last page of lesson 12.3, so you've got homework to do, and we finished 12.3. So the next time I come on tomorrow, I'll probably do lesson 12.4. I may post another video today. It's a book on polygons, okay? But that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.